The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, the IAEA, says international efforts to curb Iran's nuclear activities have been, quote, a failure. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times on December 6 in Vienna, Dr. Mohamed ElBaradei says, quote, we haven't really moved 1 inch forward addressing the issues. Despite 3 rounds of UN Security Council sanctions, the IAEA reports Iran continued its nuclear enrichment activities. Additionally, Tehran did not give a firm answer to the recently offered package of incentives. The US, UK, France, Germany, Russia, and China offered a freeze on sanctions in return for Iran's freeze on further enrichment activities. But so far, there has been no resolution in sight. In fact, ElBaradei says the sanctions may have brought about a, quote, more hardening of the position of Iran. Many Iranians who even dislike the regime are gathering around the regime because they feel their country is under siege. ElBaradei also criticized President George W. Bush's policies towards Iran, saying, quote, to continue to pound the table and say, I'm not going to talk to you, and act in a sort of very condescending way, that exaggerates problems. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice defended their dual-track strategy of incentives and sanctions towards Tehran. In a Fox TV interview, Rice said, quote, Iran is more isolated and there's a greater international consensus about the Iranian program than any other time. As the new Obama administration transitions into the White House soon, ElBaradei says it gives him, quote, lots of hope. He's ready to talk to his adversaries, enemies if you like, including Iran, also North Korea, ElBaradei says. Now, President-elect Barack Obama has not specified exactly what form of incentives he may use to sway Iran from its nuclear enrichment activities. He would hold talks with Iran's leaders on their nuclear program. But if those leaders continue on with their program, Obama said, quote, we also have to focus on the sticks. In order for us to change Iran's behavior, we may have to tighten up those sanctions. The 66-year-old Egyptian diplomat and 2005 Nobel Peace Prize laureate will retire in about a year. He hopes there is a diplomatic solution to the Iranian nuclear standoff, one that recognizes Tehran's role in the region and gives it, quote, the power, the prestige, and the influence it craves.